Welcome back to another YouTube Revit tutorial. Today we will be doing side paneling on a house or a wall. So firstly I'm going to go to architecture, go to your wall, and I'm just going to go edit type to create a basic cavity wall. So let's go duplicate. I'm going to call this new 230 millimeter cavity. Let's go edit. So I'm going to keep let's delete everything and create new ones. So I'm going to keep the middle one as structure. So I'm going to change this to air layer, and let's change our material to air, thickness 50. We're going to go insert 2 times and move one up and move one down. And okay, let me just redo this. Forgot to add in my thicknesses. 50 air. Let's insert it once and give it a 90 to say that there's a thickness. 90 again, and move up, move down, and let's add our brick. So I'm going to create the new brick material. So I'm going to go ahead down here and click on the plus, create new material, and now we want to rename it. So let's right click, rename, call this new brick. So surface needs to be a solid fill to indicate the color according to our national standards. And our cut pattern needs to be brick. I don't want this gray, I want that to be a popping black. And let's go background, change that to a solid fill. And let's make that red. Let's go apply and OK. And there we have the color that we want. Okay, this is a bit too big. Let me just shorten this. And now I just need to add this new brick to my other layer. So this being on the exterior side, and if you go by wrapping, let's go exterior, and at ends, let's go exterior again, so that it connects from the external side. To show an indication, if we just change the material real quick, you can see the external wall wraps around. So if we change this to interior, the interior wall will wrap. I'm going to leave this at exterior, change my material back. Let's go OK. Another big one. Okay, so apply and OK. So I'm just going to draw. Let's ensure that we're drawing it the correct way. Line location, finish exterior, because we want our panels to sit on the external side. So let's see. Okay, so I'm just going to change the material again to ensure that I have done it correctly. Internal side, let's just make that blank. Okay, so that is what we are looking for. So edit and change our material back. Okay, so now if we go to 3D view, we want our panels to sit here. So I'm gonna make this, I'm just gonna connect this here by top constraint to my level 1 and change my level 1 to 2400, so that's quite the external height to your wall plates in certain cases. Okay, so back to my floor plan. I'm going to select my wall, go edit type, and change this. Let's go edit, change this to a section view. So there we can see we've selected our exterior side wall, so it's highlighted. And if we select the internal side, now you can see what you are working with. So now we want to use a sweep. Let's go sweep. And so now we need to create a profile. Let's just go load profile. Let's see if there is anything add. Okay, there is some profiles in here. So let me just choose this one for now to show you what happens. So then it adds a sweep on this side of the wall. So it sweeps, delete, okay, okay. So now we need to go create the profile. So let's go File, New, Family, and I'm gonna scroll down until I find Metric Profile. So let's go Open. So now we want to create our profile. So I'm gonna create mine in this quadrant. So let's go Line. So normally there would be a 10 mil area where let me just put on my thin lines, where you can use a shortcut TL to switch between your thick and thin lines. So with this line being here, I want to create, let's go with a 120 to keep it equal with our wall height. So if you want to get this really accurate, you'll need to check with the shiplap or any cladding manufacturers on their sizes to get this as accurate as possible. So I'm gonna go 120. Okay, there it is. So now I'm just gonna draw a line from that point to that point and delete the other two. So my shiplap is going to sit on that angle because it needs to sit on top of one another when we load it into our project. So with this, I'm gonna go create again line, and I'm just gonna draw in 10 more and take this to there and connect it like this. So there is our panel. Now there is certain panels that has a hole here which connects to an extruded point up here. But I'm just gonna do a basic form like this. So let's go File and let's go Save. I'm just gonna save this to here. Let's go cladding. And now I'm gonna go to my floor plan. And now I'm going to load my family into this project. So if we go to family, let's go to profiles. You'll see there is my cladding profile. So now let's click on our wall because we need to add that to our exterior side. So let's go edit, sweeps, add, and go under your profile. You'll see there is my cladding. So I'm just going to go apply and okay. There is my first cladding profile. So I know that's 120 from there to there. Let's go back into sweep. So we have a 2.4 meter wall. So that's 20 we need to add in. So let's just go delete, delete, delete. Let's duplicate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna start here. So first one's on 0, 120, 240, 360, 480, 600, 720, 840, 960, 1080, 1.2, 1320, 1440, 1560, 1680, and then 1920, and then we have 2040, 2160, 2280. I hope my math was correct with this. Let's go OK. And there we can see our cladding being added. Let me just double check my math here because I do not think my math was correct. 2,400 divided by 120, 20. Okay, let's go okay, and okay, apply, and okay. So let's check that in 3D view. Okay, so that connect to the top. Okay, so there we have our side wall cladding, which you can use in any instance. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to go to my floor plan and let's add just a normal doors that Revit has in its normal file. And let's add a window. Let's add one there and one there. And this is what you get at the end of the day. So you'll need to do an additional check your spacing of this cladding to avoid this, or you can add a flashing around this to clean it off. So you can see it cuts into this one, which is not very nice. So let's go to elevation. This will be my north elevation, and let's see with 51. So I'm going to try and lift this for this video. 51. Okay, now it's sitting nicely there, but now it's removed that top part. So for this, you will just need to add some flashing around your openings to make it look neat and presentable. So by doing this, you can do multiple sorts of panels. So I'm just going to select my walls and I'm going to give it a base offset. Let's go with minus 500. So since this is not from the base, our cladding is only going up to there, so you'll need to add more panels, or you can do a different wall at the bottom that shows a brick material. This also connects to your roof, so if we go and add a roof on this, if you go to your floor plan, go to roof. Yes, I want to use my level 1, and I'm going to just use a rectangle tool. And as you can see on floor plan, it's also giving us that nice detailed look of the cladding. Okay, so I'm going to remove these two slopes. And let's go okay. Go to our 3D view. Oh, that roof is way too big. Let's just change it to the basic generic. That's nice and thin. So now I'm going to select my wall. So right click, select all instances in view, and let's attach it to the bottom of our roof. Let me just set this back to 900 so that it's not that bad of a look. Okay, so now if you want to close this, you'll need to go and add more profiles or sweeps to your project. So if I take this and put this on level 0 to show, let's go delete instance, you'll see Revit taking that repeating element up to the roof. And that is how you create a custom wall cladding. I hope this video helped you out. I will see you guys in the next one.